The morning sun was pale and trembling through the hospital window. Mei sat quietly on the edge of the bed, her hands clasped together, her heart racing in rhythm with the ticking clock on the wall. It had been weeks of tests, whispers, and sleepless nights, each moment filled with uncertainty, each breath heavy with fear. Yu Long stood beside her, his fingers laced with hers, trying to be strong though his own heart was trembling. He had never seen her this fragile before. The woman who once lit up every room now sat still, lost in silence. The doctor's words from 2 weeks ago still echoed in his mind. "We'll need more tests to confirm." Those words had built a quiet world of waiting, endless, suffocating waiting. Today, that waiting would end. The door opened softly. Dr. Han stepped in, holding a thin folder in his hands. He smiled gently, but Yu Long could barely breathe. Mei Mei's fingers tightened around his. The sound of the paper opening seemed louder than the world itself. Then, finally, came the words that broke the silence. "Miss Young," the doctor said, his voice calm but kind. "Your final results are clear. There's no cancer." For a moment, neither of them moved. The words hung in the air, almost too good to believe. Mei blinked, her lips parting as if she hadn't heard him right. "No cancer," she repeated, her voice trembling. Dr. Han nodded, completely clear. "You're healthy, Mei, truly healthy." The world tilted softly, and suddenly Mei was crying, not the quiet tears of fear, but the deep, uncontrollable ones of relief. Yu Long pulled her into his arms, holding her tightly, his own eyes glistening. For days, he had tried to stay calm for her sake, but now the weight broke, and tears slipped freely down his face. They stayed like that, two people in a quiet hospital room, clinging to each other, the fear slowly melting away. Outside, life moved as always. Nurses walked by. Machines beeped softly. The sun climbed higher. But for them, everything had changed. Later, when they walked out of the hospital hand in hand, the sky looked different. The clouds had cleared. The air was warmer. And Mei stopped to lift her face toward the sunlight. "I didn't realize," she whispered, "how beautiful ordinary days are." Yu Long smiled beside her. "That's because we forget how much they mean, until we almost lose them." They went home that afternoon. Mei brewed tea again, her hands steady for the first time in weeks. Yu Long watched her, memorizing every quiet movement, the way she smiled when she poured his cup, the way her hair fell softly over her shoulders. "Promise me," she said suddenly, looking up at him, "no matter what happens in the future, we'll keep living like this, fully, gratefully." He reached across the table and took her hand. "I promise." The kettle hissed softly, the room filled with the scent of jasmine. And for the first time in a long while, everything felt simple again, peaceful, alive. That night, as Mei lay with her head against Yu Long's chest, she whispered, "I thought fear would change me, but it didn't. It just showed me how much I still want to live." Yu Long kissed her forehead gently. "And you will. For a long, long time." Outside, the night was quiet. The stars hung low and kind, and the world felt, at last, as if it had exhaled.